Welcome back to the Ride Along channel. Once again out here in Vasiliki with some nice strong cross shore just starting to come through this afternoon. On this afternoon session, I'm going to teach you how to cheat. There's proper techniques. There's the way that we teach instructors how to teach, make it nice and clear and get the message understandable using our vision, trim, balance, power, stance, breaking things down. But then there's, of course, life hacks. Things that you can do that cheat the system and get the result you want nice and quick. And today's cheat is that classic intermediate problem, how to get into the foot straps and blasting, just like that, as smooth and as quickly as that. That's what I'm going to run through in the next few minutes. Woohoo! This is full speed in seconds. Now I'm going to slow it right down for a moment or two, just to give you a bit of a rundown about what I'm on, what conditions we're in, and how I'm going to set myself up for success. So it's pretty windy, as you saw from that opening clip just there. I'm definitely powered up. I'm on a 5.4 F1E from 0.7, of course, which is a hybrid fin and foil sail with a single cam just down here. Should be nice and stable, give me plenty of power in this 20-ish knots of wind that's gusting through just now. I say gusting, I've stopped dead for a moment or two. And I'm on a 124 litre carve with the foot straps set fairly far inboard. So I'm on this kit and I've set it up this way deliberately to give myself as an average, intermediate, aspiring advanced windsurfer that wants to get going in the straps more efficiently, the best chance I can. Extra power, inboard straps. Those two things will definitely help you get going. Might be a little bit harder to control once you are going, but it'll definitely get us there. That's the key cheat to start with. The thing I want you to practice, and that really helps you getting going and into the straps nicely, is non-planing with a bit of wind, aiming across the wind, try and get into the foot straps. So here comes a gust, I've got a bit of power, I'm going to step back and into the straps, front straps in, I'm pulling down through the boom to stop me skewing into the wind. I could go for the back strap. Most of my weight is still on the front foot, and now the gust has hit me, all I have to do is drop back and out and drive through the front foot. The board starts to accelerate, providing I have power. That's really key. In this second just now, there's a bit of wind, so I can practice stepping in the front foot straps, pulling down through the mast to stop the nose skewing into the wind, and waiting. This is a fantastic light wind exercise. Until that gust hits me, I'm not going to get going. It'll actually take you a bit more power to get going in this gust because we're already so far back. I'm in like a T-Rex squirrel position here, pulling down through the boom to stop the board, woo, like that. If I release it, skewing into the wind. Hard on my toes, pulling the board flat. There's a gust, hanging down off the boom, and even a slightly dynamic push through that front foot to drive the board forwards. Just as I wait for the gust to come, it's certainly not the most efficient way of getting going. If I did it properly like I am now, front foot forwards, pressing through the front foot, hanging and committing to the harness, I can get close, I can get going in slightly lighter winds, but it's a lot more technical, a lot harder. The cheat that I'm offering you is when you have that gust, unhooked, squirrel stance, nice and low, front foot, check the gust, check the wind, back foot. This is that light wind practice. If the gust is going to hit me now, you drive off that front foot and the board starts to accelerate. Squirrel stance, front foot, back foot, drive the board further downwind than you were, definitely up to speed, back upwind a bit further, looking for the wind, ready for that harness, nice and late. There it is. No more little shuffles needed, no hanging around in one strap or skewing up into the wind trying to get into the front strap. Get that bit out of the way early. Get yourself ready, pulling down through the boom, squirrely sort of stance, very awkward, not comfortable position. There's your light wind practice. Next time you don't think it's quite planing condition. Remember, this is a 124 that I'm on, slightly inboard fat straps, and I probably weigh 75, maybe 80 kilograms if I'm being honest with myself. Here comes a gust. Front strap, back strap. I'm slightly upwind actually right now. Turning across the wind, a bit of a push and a drive. Notice I still haven't quite sheeted in yet. Sorry, I still haven't quite hooked in yet. Just a bit of a kick and a drive. Pushing through that front foot. There's an extra gust. Now I can bring it upwind and hook in nice and late. Because you're hanging low off the boom, and actually because my boom's quite high, this definitely helps your classic interplanar, intermediate planar, trying to get into the straps, the high boom. Slow it right down, there's a nice bit of wind. Hanging off the boom, front foot, back strap, drop and push. Steer it upwind again with my vision and my heels. There's the harness late. Here's my gust, nice strong wind. Starting slightly across the wind, even slightly up. Pulling down in that squirrel stance. Need a bit more power. It's not quite enough. Squirrel stance. Front foot, back foot. Squirrel stance. Front foot, back foot. Then accelerate. Extending your arms, extending your front leg. Pushing off that front foot. Hanging low off the boom. Okay, nice bit of power. Squirrel stance, keep the board across the wind. Front foot, back foot, on my toes, drop and push. I'm up to speed, look upwind, and then, quite late, hook in. And that is the cheat you can use for getting into those foot straps nice and early. Those key points to summarize. Make sure you've got power. Be it strong enough wind or a big enough sail, or of course a blend of the two. Slightly inboard foot straps definitely help if you're doing this for your first time. Although actually if I'm riding something like an Isonic or a speedboard, a slalom board, I'll use a very similar technique. I'll just bear away a bit more. I'll go a bit further downwind to make it happen. I've got power, and then squirrel stance, pulling down through the mast, keeping the board flat in the water and not skewing up into the wind by accident. Step into both foot straps, on your toes, and then drive off the front foot. Drop and push, driving off the front foot.